comments from Coach?
Thanks, Dave. Obviously, I thought the second half we shot the ball better, obvious. Simple post touches got us to the free throw line. Simple post touches got us wide open threes. And I thought we shared the ball really well to get 17 assists on 23 baskets. So got to the free throw line, was able to convert it. I think defensively we're solid. When the ball's not going in, you have to continue to find ways to have success. And defensively, I thought we were decent I'll go through the film to break that down. But obviously, second half, you shoot 50% from three and get to the line a lot. Some good things. And obviously, knowing they were going to slow the game way down and dribble the air out at times, there weren't going to be quite as many possessions. So I think the other thing that jumped out is guys that got minutes off the bench, even if it was the small amount that Cam Hunter, Ricardo Greppi got. Thought they made the most of it. Even Hunter's plays there at the end, and here's his ability to go in and foul how he wanted to. Greppi, I thought, was aggressive, got to the free throw line, was really played with a lot of joy. And I always remind guys, no matter if you're getting 20 seconds or 39 minutes, make the most of it, because they all add up. And I thought those two guys specifically, and Amos, I thought, got more aggressive as the game went on, and which was good to see. So we know now we jump back into deep water Tuesday night with league play opening up, and got a really good Michigan team coming in here. So we use Sunday and Monday to prep for that and get ready to, like I said, jump into Big Ten play. Questions?
We got Ben, Mark, and then Nick.
Okay.
Greg, I want to ask you about Cameron. I know he's kind of battling illness, which is not preventing him from finding like a rhythm. You talked about just him getting those minutes. Where kind of is he at with finding a niche with this roster and you guys?
I think, he has missed Ben so much time, didn't make the trip with us to Greenbrier. He's been battling, some illness. So for him, it's just a matter of consistently practicing, be able to stack days together there, and be ready, because you never know. Obviously we got a really solid 9 that I think, have really established themselves, but you never know as we go through. It's a long season. We're not even really about a quarter of the way through it, not even yet. So, to keep getting better. I think that's the other thing that you constantly strive for and emphasize is you have to continue to get better. So for him, it's just a matter of, the O-line, the best ability is availability. He's got to try to stay as healthy as he can and keep stacking days together that way. Nick, or who we got?
Mark up.
Mark.
Yeah.
You players kind of talked about the defense and improving it from the first half to the second half a little bit. What did you want to see more of in the first half, and what maybe helped or got better in the second half that maybe helped that there was a 17-3 run that really gave you some separation?
The ball went in, made some shots. Of the 16 threes, 14 of them were really good shots. And you're probably not going to care if you shot 10 or you shot 30. They're not all going to be perfect, but when you have 14 of 16 that you would take, and the people that took them are who you want taking your threes, you withstand that when you go 3 for 16. We'll get more time on the Kohl Center floor. We haven't been in there since Rio Grand Valley because it's been in hockey mode. So I'll give them a pass on the first half. It took us a while to warm it up a little bit, but I thought defensively, they create some issues with all the dribble handoffs and the weaves, and you have to switch a lot of that to keep the ball in front of us. I thought we did a decent job of that in the first half, much better in the second half, and then obviously it's not rocket science here. You shoot it better, the good things happen.
Nick.
Hey Greg, Steve had, I think, 2 assists and a basket within your guys' first 3 baskets. Just how did he help and set the tone offensively with John, and how does his passing ability continue to help?
Yeah, I think playing through him, playing through the post, we still need him to finish better through contact and initiate contact and try to get deeper touches. But his ability to pass, we've said that since the time he's been here, that he's a very willing and sometimes too unselfish of a passer. But that's, at 7 feet, you know, he's such a great weapon from that, you know, you're kind of inverting your offense, so to speak. You just throw it in and play off that. And guys are getting more comfortable with when to cut, where to cut to. You know, and he's, like I said, he does a really good job of finding, you know, people, whether it's backside. If they flood to the rim on a cut, then we have somebody backside lifting, or if they don't cover a cut at the rim, he finds them. So, but the finishing ability, I think, is still, regardless of how many games he's got left here in his last year, that it's got to continue to push forward. And you know, if he can add that final piece and get to where he's really finishing through people better, you know, then he becomes even a more complete player. But at 7 feet, when he can pass like it is, that's a really, you know, good weapon for an offensive team.
Michael?
Against Pittsburgh too, where shots didn't fall in the first half, eventually in the second. Does it reach a point where that becomes troublesome against some teams, or
No.
as long as it stabilizes?
You just keep playing, right? You know, there's gonna be ebbs and flows of the game, you know, and then you make sure you're taking care of the ball, which we did a good job of, decent job of that today, and making sure you're getting the right shots. You know, analytically, I had asked for the report at half, and we had a lot at the rim. We had 2 mid-range twos. That was it in the first half. There, otherwise, like I mentioned, the 14 of the 16 we thought were good. We thought we could throw it inside more, to draw more fouls. We sat at 8 fouls from the 12-minute media on. We didn't draw any more fouls, which was, you know, part them gumming up some things and switching and not allowing a rhythm to get established. And second half, I thought we made a more conscientious effort early to throw it inside and just establish that.
Go ahead.
Coach, going into Big Ten play with the 2 7-footers with Steve and Nolan, what do you like about you guys' chances of having 2 big 7-footers with the ability to score and pass the ball?
Well, I mean, it'll be game by game on what the other team has. I know Michigan with Wolf and the kid that transferred from Florida Atlantic, they have 2 7-footers that start in their lineup, and I haven't watched. The assistants have been working ahead on Michigan. I'll start with them here this afternoon and get my first real look at them. But you know, we'll, you know, the being big is a little more formidable and a little more, I think, common. You know, the game goes through ebbs and flows in terms of, there's times when playing 2 bigs is an advantage. There's times when it's not an advantage. But with Michigan, at least in the first lineup that they roll out on the floor, you know, they're big, and Wolf is really skilled. And he's just a little bit I've watched of him. He's like a 7-foot point guard with handling the ball, and the other good players around him as well. So that'll be a good first test as we jump into league play.
Any more questions for Coach?
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Coach.